Hello, and welcome here to Michigan International Speedway. We are here with the Inspired Racing League here and the Inspired Cup Series on this beautiful Monday night here. Welcome in here, everybody. Greg Tilson up in the booth for Push the Edge Productions here at the 2 Mile Speedway of Michigan International Speedway. Brooklyn, Michigan. 1,000 and 1,800 feet elevation here tonight. 55 mile an hour pit speed road limit. A little bit cloudy out there today. 78 degrees out there in the air temperature. 99 for a track temp. 11 mile an hour of wind to the south. Fixed setups here, as always, with the Inspired Racing League. 4 additional sets of tires. We are racing the NASCAR Gen 6 Cup cars, so that's going to be a lot of fun. 100% fuel limit, and, of course, Greg Tilson up in the booth for Push the Edge Productions. This week, we got a new giveaway here with the Cup Series tonight. We're going to be doing a Mad Performance Paints giveaway. We'll be holding a giveaway out in chat for a livery or a scheme for your choice of driver. So guess the winner by lap number 45. And if you guess correctly, you get to design a car for the driver of your choice, following the family-friendly Inspired Racing League guidelines. If another driver chooses correctly, or another driver chooses, they can keep it for themselves or give it to another driver. But if 2 people pick the same driver, that will roll the competition on to the next week. So make sure you're picking different drivers out there today, because if 2 people pick the same one and you both win, nobody wins. So try to pick different drivers out here tonight. Sorry, did not mean to press that button. My palm touched that. But let's get rid of that info. Let's look ahead at our championship points for the series. Let's see if the logo worked, and it did. Awesome. Logo is back up there and working again, so we got that figured out. Awesome to see that. Practice, about 2.5 minutes left here. Taking a look at our championship series points here. Mike Hauser up on top in the Cup Series. Elijah Fisher sitting second. Peyton Boyle, Travis Farmer, and Josh Henderson, your top 5 here in the Inspired Cup Series. Daniel Lehman, Cade Cannon, Trent Jones, Steve Henning Jr., and Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. Ty Mosley, Clayton Davis, Jess Story, Ty Stone, Joe White, Bobby Holloman, Justin Greenlee, Bobby Hadaway, Crispy Lou, and Thomas Hernandez, Luis Descartes. Sorry, Crispy Lou, that is still one I cannot get right. But your top 20 here in points. Hope you guys are all having a great Monday, though. Little look at the points before we get going. Take a look at all those stats out here for the Inspired Cup Series. Hello, Inspired Bookkeeper Scott. Hello. Teresa out in chat. Cody, thank you for stopping by, buddy. Hope you guys all having a great night here. Just about a minute left in practice. Let's take a look here at where these drivers are sitting right now. Looks like Bobby Hadaway in the 52 machine up on top of the board. Elijah Fisher, Miguel Carrera, Jeff Peppers, Colton Ward, your top 5. Jackson Hadaway, Carter Schwab, Travis Farmer, Jess Story, and Levi Ramsey, your top 10. Joseph Maddox, Josh Henderson, Thomas Hernandez, Maxwell Tigner, Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams, Justin Greenlee. We're watching that 70 machine right now. Justin Greenlee, Ty Wilson, Stephen Henning Jr., Scooter Perfettio, Hunter Bartersby, Daniel Lehman, Trent Jones, Bobby Holloman, Rob Willite, Sean Hamilton, Chris Lyota, Crispy Lou, Matthew Scott, Joe White, Caden Perkins, Randy Waugh, Mike Hauser, Juan Cobbs Jr., and Ty Stone out here tonight. 35 drivers, 33 getting a lap up there. Juan Cobbs Jr. and Ty Stone not getting a lap up on the board quite yet. But practice coming to a close. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side. We will be back with qualifying here on Push the Edge Productions. Greg Thielson up in the booth. We are live here on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube channel right now. Thank you guys for hanging out. Big shout out to all the sponsors of the Inspired Racing League: Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, and Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys for all that you do here. We will be right back. Back here at Michigan with the Inspired Cup Series qualifying just beginning here. We're watching that 69 of Chris Lyota right this moment. Starting up in the 18th spot in that 69. We see the 42 of Joe White starting to get out there on to the racetrack. We got our first times up on the board. Carter Schwab in the 63. That Interstate Batteries Ford Mustang to the top of the board. Randy Waugh in the 32 jumping up to second. Not sure why his paint job didn't load here, but Joseph Maddox back in fourth. That Roku sponsored machine. Chris Lyota in the 69 jumping up to second there on his first lap. Go ahead, we're going to re-download all these paints real quick. So if we drop a paint here momentarily, trying to make sure everybody's got the freshest paint up to date. Chris up in the wall. Not what he wants. Jeff Peppers jumping up to that top spot in the 21 machine. Hayden Williams jumping to second. Stephen Henning Jr. jumping up to third. Bobby Hadaway up to fourth. Elijah Fisher jumping up to that fifth spot. Detroit Lions number 16 this week. Rest in peace, tow truck. Shout out there for that paint job up here in Michigan. Rocking the Detroit Lions paint job. Nice little memorial there. Steve Henning Jr. staying up in that fourth spot. It looked like Jeff Peppers went faster on his second lap, I think, in that 21 machine. See who's still out there. Joe White jumping up to 14th. That pushed the edge. Sim Sports number 8, Scooter Perfetio, jumping up to 17th there for him. Taking it back down to pit road there. Look at the 15 jumping out on the racetrack. That's Rob Willite. Not done a lap yet, so heading for his first lap here. Trying to see who also jumps up. I see the 17, Josh Henderson, jumping up to second. The 48 of Bobby Holloman jumping up to the third spot in that 48 machine. Rob jumped up to the 12th spot in that 15 hot rod. That tier 1 setups. Number 15. See the 61, Sean Hamilton, jumping out onto the racetrack to get his qualifying lap in here. Looks like he jumped up to 24th. No longer any more cars out on the racetrack. Qualifying coming to a close tonight's Michigan race here with the Inspired Racing League. The Inspired Cup Series about to kick off here. Race number 11 of Season 3. Taking a look here at our starting grid here tonight. Jeff Peppers, Josh Henderson, going to be starting off on row number 1, leading the field to the green flag. Bobby Holloman, Jess Story, going to be rolling off row number 2. Here, row number 3, Hayden Williams and Stephen Henning Jr. Row 4, going to be Elijah Fisher and Bobby Hadaway. Rounding out our top 10, row 5, Mike Hauser, Jackson Hadaway. Row number 6, I got the hiccups, Caden Perkins, Rob Willite out there in row number 6. Row 7, Thomas Hernandez, Chris Lyota. Randy Waugh and Carter Schwab rounding out row number 8. And starting off row number 9, Joseph Maddox, Joe White. Hunter Battersby and Miguel Carrera there in row 10, rounding out the top 20 with that number 20. The number 8, Scooter Perfetio and Travis Farmer there, row number 11. Crispy Lou and Sean Hamilton going to be sharing row number 12. Maxwell Tigner and Justin Greenlee rolling off row 13. Levi Ramsey and Ty Wilson rolling off row 14. Here rounding out our top 30, row 15, Daniel Lehman and Juan Cobbs Jr. Juan Cobbs Jr. Colton Ward and Trent Jones going to be rolling off row 16. Aaron Stanton, Ty Stone, row 17 here tonight. And rounding out the field, row 18, Matthew Scott in that number 25 Ford Mustang. Going to be that driver rounding out our field, but out in front, Jeff Peppers, our pole sitter, going to be taking us back to green here in that Mountain Dew Code Red, number 21. Starting off to his outside, Jess Story in that 92 machine. JSTO Gaming, I believe. I can't really make that one out too well. Bobby Holloman and Stephen Henning Jr. going to be row number 2. Definitely watch out for them in your top 5. Bobby Hadaway. Pace lights out on the pace car. Going to go one more time around this place. And then we are getting ready to throw the green flag here at Michigan with the Inspired Racing League and the Inspired Cup Series. Big thank you stopping by if you're out in the chat. Peyton Boyle out there. I saw he stopped by as well. Didn't get to say hi to him. Cobbs Racing, thank you, buddy. Everybody stopping by, getting out in chat. Make sure that Mad Performance Paints giveaway before lap number 45. Get your vote in for the winner tonight. Here at Michigan, if you pick right, you get a shot to win a livery designed from Mad Performance Paints. Want to keep in mind, if 2 winners pick the same person, that will cancel each other out. So we're going to go on to the next race if that happens. So make sure you're trying to pick somebody different than the other people out there in the chat. If a driver does win, which they are eligible here, they can either keep that paint for themselves or give it and gift it to another driver of their choice. But lap number 45, you got to get your pick in for the winner here at Michigan for your chance to win the Mad Performance Paints giveaway. We're going to do a missing man celebration for Tow Truck here. Give a moment of silence on our opening lap. That missing man formation lap there for Tow Truck. Rest in peace. So sorry. Brian, I'm not sure on his last name. Brian Tow Truck is what I know him as. Unfortunately, not lucky enough to get to meet him. But rest in peace. Great moment of silence. We see a few drivers out there. I saw the 61's got a tribute. Sean Hamilton's got a tribute there for him. Tow Truck on the hood. Saw Elijah Fisher as well. He's got the Detroit Lions out there on the side of that number 16. All there for Brian Tow Truck. Rest in peace, buddy. But for those asking out in the chat, you got until lap number 45. And tonight you are picking the winner of the race. Who will come home out on top at Michigan with the Inspired Cup Series here tonight. Make sure you get those votes in by lap number 45 of 90 laps here tonight. We're going to go halfway. We've been going 3/4 when we have been doing our most recent, but winner's a little easier to choose sometimes, so gonna go halfway. But coming down into the restart zone, Jeff Peppers started us off. We are back. Green flag, Jeff Story to his outside. Green flag waves here at Michigan to kick off the Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series trip here to Michigan. We already see some 3 wide beginning to form the 15. Rob Willett on the outside. Hauser through the middle, down on the bottom. That's that 54. Excuse me, the 52? No, that's the 54. Caden Perkins down there. Almost making it 4 wide here up front. Racing already beginning to be very, very intense. We are not even done with lap number 1 here. We're already 3 wide. See YC Seth stopping by out in the chat. He's got Trent Jones to win tonight. Gotta love to see it. Coming off of 2, a little bit of contact from a few of those drivers. Checking back out up front, Jeff Peppers in that 21, leading the way out here. currently right now. Jess Story in the 92, Bobby Holloman in the 48. Got a little bit of a 3-car group out in front right now. Starting to build that distance. Get that positioning out in front. Definitely going to be important here at Michigan. Few of the drivers back here battling for position. We see Elijah Fisher down on the bottom in that 16, the 98. That's Stephen Henning Jr. up on the high side. Hadaway, Jackson Hadaway in the Sprite number 7, able to make the run out there on the outside as well. From what I know about Michigan, you want to save those tires, and that bottom lane will save the tires. You're definitely able to pick up a great run down that front and back straightaway up on that high side, but that bottom side down through the turns, definitely the way to go, especially here through turns 1 and 2. 3 and 4, not quite as bad. You can kind of run more of a middle line, but through 1 and 2 here, I've found it very, very beneficial to use that bottom line. No matter what car I've driven. Friday night, I got to take Michigan around 130 or 125 laps in a next gen. So that was a lot of fun. A little bit different of a car. Here we're driving the Gen 6 car. So I got to take the new next gen. I'm much more of a fan of these. I would have much rather been driving one of these, but brought it home. I think 9th, just inside the top 10. So not a bad run for myself, but we see some side-by-side still happening here up in the front. Oh no! The 32 comes around. That's Randy Waugh making his way down through the infield. Yellow flag is out for that Crimson Tide 32 of Randy Waugh. Let's take a look back there at that one. Okay, we're not going to see what quite caused it. Let's take a look back a little bit farther. Take another look at it as well. Let's take a look from here. That 32, Randy Waugh, gets a run to the outside. The 98 kind of moves up. The 32 moves down across his nose. And luckily not making any contact with that inside wall. That's definitely a big beneficiary there. Yeah, unfortunately, just coming down across the nose of that 98 is about all I think that happened. Luckily, coming to a stop, getting on those brakes, down on that apron, enough room to get it cleanly to a stop. So, good to see that. First caution flag of the night out here at Michigan. A little bit of side-by-side action, but great job by Randy Waugh on that 32 to get it locked up and slowed down. No other incidents out there. Nobody else involved as well. But while we got a moment, let's go ahead. We're going to break side-by-side while they're under our first caution. We will be right back. Welcome back here to Michigan. The field rolling under pacing right now. Caution flag number 1 here on the night. 7 laps in. Jeff Peppers still out in front, our pole sitter. Looking like we're going to go green flag next time by those pace lights. Still out on the pace car. Nope, that is not correct. Didn't update that. Whoops. Update that. Sorry, I was going to bring you where the top 5 in the championship standings are sitting, but I did not update that. But let's go ahead and check back on it now. Now we got it. Nope. Did it not update? It did. There we go. Hauser in that 43, coming in your championship leader, back in 25th right now. Elijah Fisher sitting back in 11th, coming in 2nd in the points. Peyton Boyle, I saw that number 3 machine talking in the driver chat. Unfortunately, power outage there for the number 3. Not able to make it here tonight. So very unfortunate for that top 5 championship contender. Travis Farmer in the 13 up to 13th. Look at that. Lucky 13. What about that number 13 tonight, guys? And Josh Henderson in that 17 up to 26th here. So far, that's your top 5 in the championship. Taking a look a little bit more of the stats there on that. Peppers and Holloman going to be leading us off to the green flag this time. Pace lights out on the pace car. We're going back racing here at Michigan. The Inspired Cup Series. Jeff Peppers out in front, leading Bobby Holloman, Jackson Hadaway, Jess Story, Caden Perkins up 6 spots, up to the 5th spot in that number 54 machine. But into the restart zone, we are back. Green flag racing here at Michigan. Big shout out all the sponsors here at Inspired Racing League. Thank you to Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, and Mad Performance Paints. Make sure you go check all those out respectively. We are out in front with Jeff Peppers. Quite a little bit of a gap built up. That bottom lane, not enough momentum to stay side by side with the 21 as we go down into 3. Holloman in the 48. Look, he does have the run to get side by side. 3 wide there for 2nd. Intensity is all the way cranked up here early. I'll tell you what. Down into 1. A lot of movement from a lot of these drivers. Caden Perkins, new race leader. That 54 was able to snag that race lead up on the top side. Jeffrey Peppers down to the bottom in that 21. Not letting that gonna happen. Down on the inside, trying to fight back with his 54 of Perkins, excuse me. Peppers down on the bottom, not able to lead that lap. Not able to get the run. Sliding back there into 2nd, I think, maybe not. Kind of covers that gap. The 48 of Holloman, not able to cover it. Dropping his nose back down into that inside lane again. Trying to get this lead away. Let's take a look, though. The closest battles right now. A lot of close battles, all within 1/10 of a second right now. A lot of side-by-side action here throughout the racetrack. Yellow flag is back out. The yellow flag is back out on the racetrack. Let me see. Crispy Lewis parked it. Is he possibly a part of this? Wind it back a little. No, I don't think so. Not him as well. Possibly Ty Stone. Not quite sure what that yellow came out for. Let's see. It might have been that 19. What happened here? Won't let me rewind any faster. Come on, what happened here? That was on the restart. Oh, he missed a gear or something. Money shifted, blew the engine, so that wasn't it. What was this yellow flag for? Oh. All right, 69 of Lyota, it looks like. All right, now we're making it somewhere. They're down on pit road, getting some work done. I was definitely on the 69. Come on. Where'd he go? Here. Here at yellow flag. Oh, the 71 around off the nose of the 69. We found what happened here. That's Hunter Bartersby coming around off the nose there of the 69. Bringing out caution flag number 2. Doesn't look like he got into the wall. That's good for the 71 there. Able to keep that thing rolling. But caution flag out on the speedway. The 54 was able to grab that lead as well. So interesting bit of facts there. Take a look at our top 10 and how they sit. Caden Perkins, the 54, grabbing that race lead. Jeff Peppers, our pole sitter, relegated back to second. Bobby Holloman, Jackson Hadaway, Jess Story, Bobby Hadaway, Thomas Hernandez, Hayden Williams, Scooter Perfettio, and Joe White, your top 10. Glad to see that number 8 Push Ed Sim Sports machine up in the top 10. Little bit biased, of course, you know. But hey, we're allowed to have our favorites, right? Mr. NASCAR 426 out in chat. I need new pants. And great save by Christopher. And that 71. That was a great job not making no contact with the wall there for Hunter Bartersby. Great job by him. For sure. But lights out on the pace car. We are going back. Green flag racing here at Michigan. The field making their way through turns 1 and 2 down this long back straightaway. The 2-mile racetrack here of Michigan International Speedway here in Brooklyn, Michigan. Again, 1,018 feet of altitude, 55-mile-an-hour pit speed road limit here tonight. Big thank you for being here with me, Greg Thielsen, up in the booth for Push the Edge Productions, bringing you all the action with the Inspired Racing League. Getting ready to go back. Green flag, the 21. On the inside, not our race leader, the 54, Caden Perkins, choosing that outside lane here on the restart. Leader does get lane choice on restarts. That pace car pulling down onto pit lane, enter into that restart zone. And we are going back. Green flag racing here at Michigan. Perkins with a great jump on that outside lane. The 54 able to pull ahead of that 7 of Jackson Hadaway, following alongside on that outside lane as well. Now he finds himself side by side with that 21 of Peppers. The 48 diving down low, jumping up high. Holloman not able to pick which lane he wants. The 7 of Hadaway with the run down the back straightaway. Big bump to the 54. We're yellow. Yellow flag back out again. Oh no. And the 69 involved again. Not good for Chris Lyota. 3 wide. Levi Ramsey out to the outside. The 69 through the middle, and Justin Greenlee in that 70 was there on the inside. The 69 getting sandwiched. The 6 up into the wall. And the 69 coming around. Not quite sure how that happened. See if we can take it a little farther back. Let's see if the 69 moving up. Maybe the 70 giving him help up. Ooh, I think the 6 getting into the wall might have been what did it. Levi Ramsey maybe making some contact with this 69. Chris Lyota. Good job keeping it off that inside wall there, though. by Chris. Jumping back live. Pace. Field not going down pit lane quite yet. We're under yellow here. Okay. Once again, let's take a look there. Being here in Michigan, we got a few tributes to Brian Tow Truck Brian. Rest in peace. Elijah Fisher here with the 16, the Detroit Lions number 16 here. And then as well, I know we got the 61. See if I can find him. There he is. Getting some work done as well. He's got the silver Detroit Lions and see if we can tow truck Brian up on the hood of that 61. The field making their way off of the pit lane. A lot of drivers electing to not make a pit stop there, it looks like. Macy Broad out in the chat. I see stopping by. Another new face that I have not seen tonight. Thank you. Stopping by here. I appreciate everybody out there in the chat with us live, watching us back on the recording. Thank you guys so much. The field making their way through 3 and 4. Gonna go double file and get back green flag racing next time by. Let's go ahead, jump side by side. We will be right back. I'm gonna grab a quick drink and we'll give you your top 10 before we get back green. Back here live at Michigan, taking a look here at our top 10 as we make our way down that back straightaway. Caden Perkins, Bobby Holloman, Jeff Peppers, Jeff Story, Thomas Hernandez, Bobby Hadaway, Hayden Williams, Scooter Perfettio, Joe White, and Carter Schwab. Your top 10 going back green flag racing here. Off of turn number 3 and 4, that 54, Caden Perkins able to capture that lead out in front, holding on to it here so far. Make sure we got that giveaway here tonight for the Mad Performance Paints giveaway. Make sure you get that vote in by lap number 45. Choose who you think is going to be the winner here tonight and get a Mad Performance Paints livery done. We are back green flag racing. Out in front, Caden Perkins in that 54 machine. The 32 directly behind him, trying to give him some help. Little bit of jostling for position. The 48 of Holloman able to pick up that second spot. Go ahead, do a top 10 rundown. Caden Perkins out in front right now, leading Bobby Holloman here in second, glued to his back bumper. Looking to the inside, across the front straightaway. He's got the run, going down into turn number 1. He is cleared as he slide back up, not quite. But Perkins with the crossover back down to the bottom. That 54 to the inside. The 92 of Story just behind him with a big pushing help. Yeah, why is that 32 on the roof, but 92? So confused. Yellow flag. Oh, no. A yellow flag back out again. See who was involved here on this one. Randy Waugh quite a far ways back. It was. Oh, no. The 32 of Randy Waugh involved here in this one. Oh, no. Let's take a look here. Getting a little loose. The 7 of Jackson Hadaway underneath. Oh, no, that was net lag. Looked like that was net lag for sure. Take that back one more time. I'm going to call that network lag. I think that looked like a bump. He definitely did not touch him. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But definitely some contact with the wall for the 32. Everyone else able to stay uninvolved there in that one. So that's a positive. But caution flag number 4. Flying a little bit early here in Michigan. 21 laps complete so far. Our 4th caution flag out here for that 32 of Randy Waugh. 11 caution laps. 1 lead change here so far. That 54 though, out in front, doing a great job holding on to that lead. We see just how important it is that draft is here at that 2 mile speedway, excuse me, of Michigan International Speedway. The draft is so utterly important. You get out too far ahead and get some people that get a draft behind you, it might be a problem. They might just catch you. And that's something that 54 are going to have to worry about here. Big shout out to all the sponsors here of Inspired Racing League. Thank you to Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, and Mad Performance Paints. Thank you guys for everything that you do for the Inspired Racing League. Very much appreciated. But laps are ticking down. We only got to lap 45 to get those votes in. Already lap number 22. So make sure you get those votes in. Who is going to win here tonight at Michigan with the Inspired Racing League? Get that pick in. Make sure you're not picking the same vote as somebody else, because if we get 2 people that win here tonight, they will cancel each other out. So make sure you're generous with those picks. Spread the love around a little bit. Pick a few different drivers if you can out there in the chat. Hey, if you pick the same guy, I get it. But if two people pick the same person, that will cancel each other out. The giveaway will push through to next week. And then, yeah, if a fan wins, they will be able to pick the driver of their choice and design a paint for that driver. Of course, keeping it family friendly, Inspired Racing League approved. But a really interesting new giveaway we got here. I love it. Coming off of turn 4, Caden Perkins going to lead the field to the green flag. Bobby Holloman not far behind, though. The field getting pretty stacked up front. I see that push to Ed Sim Sports. Number 8 on that outside. We are back. Green flag racing here at Michigan with the Inspired Cup Series. What a big block up front there. It looks like that 8 and the 1 kind of got blocked off there. Made a big separation momentarily. Watching that 1 at Hayden Williams. Scoot up in front of that 8 scooter. Perfetio coming around. That push-head Sim Sports machine. Finding his way around, getting in contact with that inside wall. We were kind of watching that live. Oh no, yellow flag is out for the 5th time. Let's take a look back here at that one. Went to move down the racetrack. Unfortunately, was not clear. That number 10, Daniel Lehman, I believe that was down there. Perfetio coming around, making hard contact with that rear end. Oh no. Commentator wife curse. She just went and picked him for the win. Boy, oh boy. Let's take another look back here at that one. Yeah, just not clear off that number 10, unfortunately. Coming around. Great job to get that car back rotated to the racetrack. Get it locked up. See all those tires locked up. Minimizing that damage. Still a little bit of a hard hit with that inside wall, but take what we can get. Let's take one more look back here at that. Great job getting that car back pointed towards the racetrack and trying to minimize that damage. I do see quite a bit of right side rear damage though there. Fortunately, that number 8 push-head Sim Sports machine bringing out our 5th caution flag here tonight. Yeah, unfortunately, the commentator curse not only coming from the booth, but the chat room as well. She is very sorry. She's apologizing profusely. Oh, boy. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Hey, it's racing. It is all a part of it. But Jeff Peppers, see that number 21 machine, was able to get back out in front of that 54 of Caden Perkins. So new race leader, that 21, Jeff Peppers, going to start out on that race lead. And pace light's still out on the pace car. While the pace lights are still out, let's go ahead. We're going to go jump side by side. We will be right back. The field double file once again. Coming down the back straightaway. We are about to go back green flag racing here at Michigan with the Inspired Racing League and the Inspired Cup Series. Out in front, Jeff Peppers, our pole sitter, and that number 21 Mountain Dew Code Red machine, able to capture that lead back away from that M&M's number 54 of Caden Perkins. With those two drivers about to bring us back to green flag racing. I see Peyton Boyle jumping back out into the chat. I saw Still dealing with that power situation. Hopefully that turns around, buddy, for you. Hopefully you get some power back as soon as possible. Pace car down pit lane. We are going back racing here at Michigan. Jeff Peppers in that code red. Number 21, green flag. Back out. Somebody jump into that third lane really quickly back there. I'm not sure what quite happened there. Race control might be taking a look at that, but while we got a chance for green flag, let's go ahead and hear the sights and the sounds of the Inspired Racing League. Let's crank it up. And thank you for checking out a little bit of the sights and the sounds of the Inspired Racing League. A little bit of a crank it up segment. Jeff Peppers in that 21, still out in front right now. The field has been 3 and 4 wide through that whole crank it up. It made for some really cool shots there. I love it. The 54 of Caden Perkins made a pit stop there. Right as we were going to crank it up, I saw somebody said that out in chat. I definitely noticed that as well. Not quite sure. He went and parked it for the night, I think. Go ahead and confirm that. No, he's back out on the racetrack. Just made a pit stop with that 54, so not sure. It looks like a few other drivers making some pit stops as well. Miguel Carrera as well, making a pit stop. So both of these drivers back in the 30s making green flag pit stops. Not quite sure what happened there, but Trent Jones in that 45, the Snickers machine, looking for that race lead on the inside of that 21 of Jeff Peppers. Mountain Dew and Snickers sounds like a gamer's best night ever. Oh no, yellow flag! Yellow flag is back out on the racetrack. Oh no, yellow flag. Ty Stone coming around here on this one. Let's take a look. That 12 making contact with that 98 coming off of turn number 2, the 42. Making some contact. Colton Ward in the 18 also making contact. That is not ideal. Oh no. Let's see if we can take another look back here at this one more time. Kind of a combination. The 98 moving down, the 12 moving down, and the 98 moving up. Oh no, that 42 had hard contact with that wall after that as well. Not what you want to see. 6 caution flag out for the night. They are getting rowdy in Michigan. Let me tell you what. These drivers definitely putting it all on the line here tonight. It looks like quite a few drivers coming down pit lane there. Quite a lot of drivers making their way down pit lane. Wow. Well, coming down, laps are ticking away. Take a look. We are on lap number 34. We only got until lap number 45 to pick your choice here tonight. That winner. 6 caution flag here tonight. Giving you a little bit of extra time to get those votes in here tonight. Make sure you pick that winner out in the chat. Got until lap number 45. The Mad Performance Paints giveaway here tonight. Big shout out Mad Performance Paints, Inspired Marketing LLC, and W Energy. All thank you for your support here of the Inspired Racing League. Six caution flag for the night. The field about to get stacked and racked back up. Gonna try it one more time here. A lot of contact here, quite a bit early. We are not even halfway. We have already had 6 caution flags. The intensity here at Michigan is absolutely through the roof here tonight. The field making their way down into turn 1. Lights out on the pace car. Going back racing. Jeff Peppers, Trent Jones going to lead us to the green flag. Trent Jones up 30 spots. What a great run all the way up to second for that number 45 right now. Down the back straightaway we go. About another mile and a half to go. And we are racing here at Michigan International Speedway. The Inspired Cup Series. Making their trip here. Race number 11 for Season 3. Off of turn number 4, we are going back racing. Let's take a look at that top 10 one more time. Jeff Peppers, Trent Jones leading us to the green flag. Sean Hamilton, Chris Lyotta, Carter Schwab, Matthew Scott, Ty Wilson, Hayden Williams, Josh Henderson, Bobby Hadaway, your top 10. But we are going back green into the restart zone. Jeff Peppers in that 21 starting us back off. We are racing here at Michigan International Speedway. Out in front, that 21 with a good jump. The 45 of Trent Jones falling back there in line all the way down to that white-yellow line. The bottom of that racetrack. There through 1 and 2. The 45 staying tucked up right behind that number 21 right now. Trent Jones been on a tear here in the Inspired Racing League. Last week's winner over at Watkins Glen here in the Cup Series. I believe he's 4 or 5 straight in the Platinum Truck Series. Don't count me. Something along those lines. He's winning a lot here in this 45 machine. Let me tell you what. Taking a look out of the nose of that 45, side by side, able to take up control of the race lead there. Trent Jones out in front, started back all the way in 32nd spot. So up 31 spots, your biggest mover currently. And then 21 spots up, Sean Hamilton back in third, started 24th in that 61 machine. He's looking to the inside here of that Peppers 21 machine. Looking for second, the 61, Sean Hamilton. Out here at Michigan International Speedway with the Lions on the side. Brian Tow Truck on the hood. Up the second spot, that number 61, Sean Hamilton. Running that tribute scheme here in Michigan. Home track to Brian. Love to see it out front. Looking for that race lead. Trying to go on the inside of the 45 there momentarily. Yellow flag back out in the air. Oh no, Caden Perkins, the 54, looks to be involved. Travis Farmer as well. Let's take a look back here at that one. Oh no, a little bit of help from the 62. The 13 comes around. Josh Henderson in the 17, heavily involved in that one. So no, I don't think that he was involved then. Let's go ahead, do a little bit of this. Check this out from a different view. Little bit of help. Very lucky Daniel Lehman in that 10 not getting contact and sent up in the wall. But unfortunately, that 17 and that 13, Travis Farmer and Josh Henderson, very, very hard contact there. Not what you want to see. 7th caution flag out for the night. We see quite a few drivers dropping down to pit lane there. So, who am I gonna pick? I saw somebody asking who I was gonna pick, I think. But, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pick this 61, Sean Hamilton. Up front, up 22 spots. Let's go ahead and pick this 61 of Sean Hamilton. That is my pick for the win here tonight. Trent Jones in that 45, the Snickers Almond machine, out in front of the field right now. Pace light still out on the pace car currently. Still got another lap to go. I'm going to go ahead and grab another drink of this ice cold sweet tea. Go ahead, jump side by side. We will be right back. Back here at Michigan International Speedway, taking a look here. 42, lap number 42 of 90. You only got 3 laps left to get that vote in. 7th caution flag out tonight for 21 laps. 2 lead changes now under green flag. Little spotty tonight. Quite a few cautions, unfortunately, here early. But make sure, if you're here out in the chat, get that vote for who you think is going to win here tonight. I picked that number 61, Sean Hamilton. He's rocking Brian Tow Truck here at Michigan. It would be a really good story if he won. So that's who I'm going to pick. But make sure you get your pick in. Only 2 laps to go to get your pick in. If you want to make your pick, jump in the chat with the driver number, driver name, something along those lines, and get your pick in for who's going to win tonight. Remember, if drivers are eligible, they can win. If they win, they can choose the scheme themselves. They can give it to somebody else. But we are coming into that restart zone. Trent Jones in the 45 with a great jump out on that outside. The outside lane here on the restarts have been so strong tonight. So incredibly strong. 3 wide back there for third. Hamilton up the middle. Levi Ramsey out on the outside, able to let that 21 pass of Jeff Peppers. Dropping back to that second car in the inside lane. That outside lane, though, has just been so strong tonight. A lot of close battles, almost 4 wide. Back of this pack right here. The 71 making some contact up in the wall. Wow, this battle up front right now is absolutely intense. 3 wide, just behind 4 wide. Momentarily, wow. They are really going for it right now. Once again, coming to lap 45. 1 more lap to get that vote in. Oh no, up in the wall goes somebody. There in the back of the picture there, I believe. That was that number 20 machine. Three wide back here for 13th, 14th area. They are battling it out right now here at Michigan. A lot of movement from these drivers. You see just how much they're all looking for that clean air as we go into the turns. Peppers up into the wall. That's Jeffrey Peppers grinding that outside wall through 3 and 4. He dropped all the way back to the 22nd spot. Oh boy, that was a big mistake for that number 21 there. Lap number 46 coming to a close. Or coming to a beginning. So votes have come to a close for that race winner. And your shot to win a Mad Performance Paints. Out in front, they're battling pretty good. A little bit of single file, but that's about the top 6, 7 drivers. Looking back here at 8th, we see the 48 of Holloman. He's up in 7th right now, trying to work that bottom of Sean Hamilton. Contact with the 61 there. Oh no, somebody around in the back. I think that was Carrera in the 20. Oh no, it was. Yellow flag. Back out. That 20 coming around. Oh no, let's take a look. The 42 and the 20 tangling a little bit. Oh no, the 54, Caden Perkins involved. He gets collected back as well. Wow, we're going to have to take this a little farther back here. Quite a few drivers. The 77 involved. The 54 also involved there. What was this? This was an incident as well, possibly. Oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh man, that could have been really bad. Joe White in that 42, oh boy, right in front of a few of those other drivers. Jeez, let me rewatch that because that was bad. What happened there? Man, he could have stepped on the brakes, stepped on the brakes, stepped on the brakes. What are you doing? Oof. Whoop. Let's go ahead and jump here. See if we can't watch from Caden Perkins. Oh boy. Very bad left front wheel damage for that 54 after that one. What an incident. Oh my gosh. Well, now out in front, it looks like the 92 of Jess Story. Top 10 has definitely taken a big shaking up. So let's look at our top 10. Jess Story, Hunter Battersby, Daniel Lehman, Chris Lyota, Bobby Holloman, Matthew Scott, Rob Willite, Thomas Hernandez, Maxwell Tigner, and Scooter Perfettio back up in the top 10. Good to see that. Caution flag back out here for the 8th time tonight. Hope you guys having a great one. Yeah, I saw that. Definitely some big damage there, but man, he definitely had to grab those brakes there. That could have been bad. But let's go ahead. We're going to jump side by side. We will be right back. Hello, and back at Michigan, the field double filed back up. We are going racing once again. 8th caution flag tonight. Fortunately, the Mad Paint Performance Paints giveaway has come to an end. Lap number 50 of our scheduled 90 laps here tonight. 8 caution flags. Jess Story out in front. The top 10 has taken a big shaking up. See what these drivers can do here. Entering back into the restart zone. Jess Story the first time. He's out in front leading the way. Hunter Battersby in the 71 as well. Side by side. The 92 electing that bottom lane. We've seen most of the leaders choosing that top side here recently so far. But not the choice of that 92. Wanted that bottom side dominance there. '92 Jess Story taking away that race lead. Yellow flag is back out again. Scooter Perfettio involved here in this one. The 8 pushed that Sim Sports machine. Oh no. Trent Jones making contact with that number 8. Hard hit for that 8 into the outside wall. Not what you want to see. Boy, oh boy. Let's take a look back at that one more time. It looks like that 45 just moving up the track. Definitely just turning that 8. Wow. Oh, Levi Ramsey, nowhere to go in that 6 machine. Getting collected up as well. Very unfortunate there for Scooter Perfetio. There in the number 8. They didn't update his number yet in the league, so still showing 99, but he is the number 8, as it says on that race car. Take one more look at that. Whoop. Yeah, unfortunately, just the 45 Trent Jones making contact. There was nothing Scooter could have done any different there. Fortunately, just some contact with another driver. 9th caution flag out here tonight. Quite a bit of cautions here at Michigan. The drivers, this intensity sure is cranked up to max here tonight. I'm not sure what the drivers are drinking here tonight. Maybe everybody's got some of that dog in them there tonight. I don't know. They are duking it out here at Michigan. Such a wide racetrack. I'm kind of surprised with the amount of cautions here tonight. A lot of preventable ones, unfortunately. Hard driving. Side by side, it happens. It's all a part of racing, but boy, oh boy. It is getting physical here at Michigan tonight. I'll tell you what. Hopefully they're drinking that W Energy. Hopefully. Teresa, definitely. But if not, let me go ahead. I'm going to go take a sip of my ice cold sweet tea. We're going to take a look. Field still pacing this lap. We will be right back once they get double file. Back here at Michigan, the field making themselves double file now. Down through the back straightaway. About to go back green once again. Hopefully these drivers give us a little bit of a green flag run here. See if they can get that to happen for us. I want to see a really good run here tonight. Been a little bit of a caution fest, unfortunately. Keeping it definitely entertaining, I'll tell you what. A lot of action out on the racetrack, but through 3 and 4, Jess Story, Daniel Lehman bringing us back to the green flag. Pace car down into the pit lane. Entering into the restart zone. We are back. Green flag. Jess Story out in front. Our race leader in that 92. Electing to take that bottom side again. Something a little bit different. Most of these drivers out in front have not been doing here tonight. We've reached lap number 55 of our scheduled 90 here tonight. Story taking a commanding lead out in front. Yellow flag. Back out again. Oh, no. Stephen Henning Jr. involved in that one. Maybe. The 52 of Hadaway. Oh, no. Sean Hamilton in the 61 also involved. There's 98 of Stephen Henning Jr. involved. And yes, that 62, or the 52, excuse me, of Bobby Hadaway also involved. I'm going to have to take it a little back from there to see the whole story. So, unfortunately, it looks like Sean Hamilton in that 61 came down across the nose of that 30. And then that 98 coming around the 62, nowhere to go. Or 52, excuse me. Looks like a 6 so bad. Take a look. I want to ride there with him. Happened all so fast. Oh boy. Nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go for that 52 of Bobby Hadaway. Back under caution flag, the 10th caution flag of the night. These drivers definitely putting on a show. They are intensity level all the way cranked up tonight. Coming through, we're going to go ahead, break one more time. We're going to go full screen this time. We will be right back. Back at Michigan International Speedway, the field about to get back double file here. 10th caution flag out tonight for 29 laps of our 57 so far. Quite a bit of caution flags tonight. Fortunately, these drivers just not giving each other any space tonight. It's such a draft dependent track, so everybody so closely jammed together. Just not really a way to do it. Taking a look at those points standings coming in here. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Peyton Boyle, Travis Farmer, Josh Henderson, your top 5. Daniel Lehman, Cade Cannon, Trent Jones, Stephen Henning Jr., Jeffrey Peppers, your top 10. Ty Mosley, Clayton Davis, Jess Story, Ty Stone, Joe White, Bobby Holloman, Justin Greenlee, Bobby Hadaway, Luis Descartes, and Thomas Hernandez, your top 20. Crispy Lou. I think I'm getting better. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Trying here. But we are about to go back green flag racing. Jess Story, that 92, once again, selecting that inside lane. Pace car down into the pit lane off of turn number 4. And we are going back green flag racing here at Michigan. Back green flag as the flag waves, the field picking up that momentum, stepping on that loud pedal and getting these things rolling here. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump on board with that number 10 of Daniel Lehman. Take a little closer look at that telemetry right now. 180 mile an hour, 185, 190, 192, entering turn number 3. Just how fast these drivers are taking these things around the Michigan International Speedway. About 175 there, mid-turn speed right now. And then we're getting back up to that high 190, 191. They're entering turn number 1. As we look off that Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 10. Looking ahead to that number 92 Adjust Story, excuse me. A great look at just how important that clean air is. The moment that 92 Adjust Story hopped back out in front of Daniel Lehman, that car started to get tight there. So important to hold that clean air. They're 3 wide up here for the top 5 right now. Trent Jones in that 45 around that outside, moving up to 4th right now. Oh no, yellow flag back out. Yellow flag is back out. The 25, Matthew Scott, looks to be involved here in this one, as long as that Stephen Henning Jr., number 98. Let's take a look. See that 98 up ahead a ways. So let's see. Oh no. Let's take it back. I want to see that. Oh, the 43 of Hauser. Heavy contact with that inside wall. Take another view at that one. Oh, we see the Michael Scott car go around the nose of the 61 of Sean Hamilton back there in the back. Take a look at that as well. Try to take one more look at this. I'm going to say that 48 Holloman getting into that 98. That is what done it. But let's go ahead. We're going to take a look here with Sean Hamilton. Take a look with that 25 Matthew Scott right now. It was even before the other wreck happened, so they are both independent wrecks. And the 25 making his way around as well. Cars making their way down pit lane. Caution flag number 11 out tonight. Wow. Look at that as well. The 45 of Trent Jones, able to sneak back up into the front. Last week's winner at Watkins Glen here in the Cup Series. He's got a few wins over in the Platinum Truck Series as well here in these last few weeks. So somebody we got to keep our eye on is that number 45 of Trent Jones. Take a look at our top 10, how they sit right now. Just behind Trent, Hayden Williams in that 1, Ty Stone in the 12 machine sitting 3rd. Jeff Peppers there in 4th. Carter Schwab and Joseph Maddox there in row number 3. Elijah Fisher and Colton Ward kind of matching color schemes there a little bit. There in row number 4. And rounding out the top 10, gonna be Randy Waugh and Sean Hamilton back up in the top 10. Got that 61 to win here tonight. Let's see if he can make his way up to the front here. Taking a look. Let's see where our championship top 5 coming in here are sitting right now. Hauser Back in 26th, unfortunately, that 43. Quite a bit ways back after that most recent incident. The 16 of Elijah Fisher up in the top 10, up in 7th. Peyton Boyle, talked a little bit about it earlier, unfortunately. Had some power issues. Still don't even know if he's got his power back. He's out in the chat, so I'm going to guess he does. But hopefully he gets his power back out there, that number 3 of Peyton Boyle. Travis Farmer, the number 13, back in 33rd. He also involved in that most recent incident. Josh Henderson been involved in a few of those incidents tonight as well. In the 17, back in 29th. So not really the night that most of these top 5 championship contenders are wanting. Elijah Fisher up in the top 10. Kind of the only driver in that group to be doing well here tonight. So Peyton Boyle saying he got that power back about 10 minutes ago. Great to see that for him. Hate it for anybody without power. That is such a terrible and helpless feeling. I have definitely been there. But off of turn 4, Trent Jones, that race leader, electing the high side. Hayden Williams down on the bottom. We are entering back to the restart zone. Pace car down pit lane. We are back. Green flag racing. Trent with a great jump out to that outside. The 21 of Peppers, that pole sitter, we know he's got some speed in that 21. Just behind him. 26 laps remain here at Michigan International Speedway. These drivers, intensity already has been cranked up to 10. I can't imagine for them to crank it up anymore here. 3 wide down there in the middle of the pack. That is just incredible. Side by side, off of turn 4, up that front straightaway. The 2 lines are definitely starting to form. There is a high side and a bottom side. A few guys trying to make that middle work as well. But for the majority, it's that high side versus the bottom side. Got about 3-4 wide back here in the back. For about 13th, 14th. We're 3 wide back here. Rob Willite out on the outside. The 71 right there as well. That's Hunter Bartersby. Down on the bottom. I think that was the 30 of Juan Cobbs Jr. Now up here, Jackson Hadaway giving a big bump up to that 61 of Hamilton. Down into turn number 1. We're still 3 wide. This is incredible. Elijah Fisher out on that outside trying to get the run down the back straightaway. A big bump to that 87 of Joseph Maddox. They're a teammate for that 16 machine. Now the bottom lane is kind of falling apart. It's down to the middle lane and the high lane. Little bit of side by side, 3 wide down into 1. Lehman up on the high side. Hamilton through the middle. Hadaway down on the bottom. Hamilton able to make the pass. Oh no! Contact! That was Ty Stone. Almost getting sent around from that 61. What a great save by Ty Stone in the 12 to keep that thing pointed straight. But out in front, Trent Jones on the outside. 3 wide for the lead. Hayden Williams down to the bottom. He shoves it down to the inside. Peppers through the middle. Trent Jones on the outside. Now they're side by side for your race lead. That battle kind of disassembling itself. Trent Jones up in the high side, trying to keep that momentum built up right now. Story down on the bottom, making contact with Peppers up there in the middle. He's trying to get some runs and some distance down there on the bottom. 21 laps to go. And your battle is heating up for the race win. Trent Jones with the crossover down to the middle. The 21 looked to go to the inside, but not enough for him. Oh no, the 45 sideways. Trent Jones able to collect it back together. What? Oh my gosh. We stay green. The one of Hayden Williams definitely didn't benefit from that one either. He made contact there with that 45. That was incredible. What a save from that 45 machine. Yellow flag is out. Oh no. Yellow flag has come out. Jeff Story has brought out the caution. Let's take a look what happened here. We're going to have to rewind it. Not giving us the right. Oh no. All right. Jeff Peppers in the 21 down on the bottom, making contact there with the 92 and hard into the outside wall. That 92 goes. Luckily, oh no! Others getting involved as well. Who was that? Who was that? I did not even... Oh, that was the 7 of Jackson Hadaway. Oh, no, the 30. Also, the 18 of Colton Ward making some contact as well. Caution flag back out at Michigan. 12th caution flag here tonight. Field making their way down to pit lane. We're going to jump one more side by side. We will be right back. Back here under caution flag number 12. Looks like a few of those drivers elected to go down pit road. Quite a few drivers elected to stay out as well. Take a look at our top 10 here. Hunter Buttersby, Daniel Lehman, Sean Hamilton, Maxwell Tigner, Rob Willite, Matthew Scott, Justin Greenlee, Chris Lyota, Randy Waugh, and Ty Wilson. Your top 10 as we get ready to go back green here at Michigan. 12th caution flag out for the night. Adding up to 35 laps. We had a little bit of a good green flag run there. Hunter Buttersby out in front. 6 green flag lead changes here tonight. So we got that lead change count going up a little bit. That last green flag run definitely had the lead position changing hands quite a few times. So definitely good to see that. You see that 71 of Hunter Buttersby electing to take that outside. A lot of the drivers out in the front have been taking that outside to start things off here. They make their way down the back straightaway, side by side. Hope you guys all having a great night out there. a beautiful Monday night here with the Inspired Racing League and the Inspired Cup Series. Big shout out to all the sponsors here. W Energy, Inspired Marketing LLC, and of course, Mad Performance Paints. The giveaway here tonight. I'm going to pop it back up. Votes are already over, folks. Sorry, lap 45, they ended. But just taking a look, if they pick the winner correctly, they're going to get a chance for a livery made from Mad Performance Paints. See if anybody wins it. My pick, that 61 up to 4th. Let's see if he can get it done here. We are back. Green flag racing. Hunter with a great jump out on that outside. A good start for him. 3 wide down into turn number 1 already. Still 3 wide down the back straightaway. These drivers trying to get every last position that they can get. We see a lot of drivers jumping out to the outside, some jumping down to that bottom lane, trying to pick what lane is going to move, or at least what they think is going to move here early. Coming up, 15 laps to go. 15 to go here at Michigan. Yellow flag is back out. Looks like Ty Wilson. Nope. Oh, I didn't see who may have been involved in that one. Let's see. That may have been Ty Wilson. Let's see, where is Ty Wilson? What's this? Oh, the 32 involved Chris Lyotta. The 87, Joseph Maddox. The 16 was right there as well. I see Ty Stone driving through the grass, trying to stay uninvolved. So the 77 making some contact with the 32 up the racetrack into the 69. The 87 backing up the 16 involved there. Taking another look here at this one. Doesn't look like too bad a damage for too many drivers. They're all still rolling, so that is a good sign. Caution flag number 13 out here tonight. Go ahead, grab another drink of my ice cold sweet tea. We will be right back here on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube live here with Greg Thielsen from Push the Edge Productions. Stick around. We will be back with some green flag actions around Michigan International Speedway Inspired Cup Series. Bringing the action all night. The intensity has been cranked all the way up. I'll tell you what. But stick around. We will be right back. And we are back here at Michigan. Had to just fix some technical issues, use the restroom real quick. But we are back. 13 caution flag out for the night. We are going back racing out front here. Hunter Battersby, Daniel Lehman, Maxwell Tigner, Rob Willite, Sean Hamilton, Matthew Scott, Colton Ward, Justin Greenlee, Thomas Hernandez, Carter Schwab, your top 10. Off of turn number 4, the pace car down into pit lane. And the field making their way into that restart zone. We are back. Green flag at Michigan International Speedway. Battersby able to pull out in front with that race lead. That outside lane been very dominant here tonight so far. Coming to 10 to go next time by. The time to go is now. You got to capture every position that you can get. The intensity already cranked up all the way. Well, guess what? It's at 11 now. Willite down to the bottom. He's looking for some coming off of turn 4 in that number 15. Just behind that 71 of Battersby. 10 laps to go. Now he jumps back up to that high side, all the way back, down to the bottom through 1 and 2. Just ahead of that 26 of Maxwell Tigner behind. I saw Daniel Lehman up into the wall in the 10. Not sure who bumped him up there, but that was definitely some contact up front. The 45 of Trent Jones up to the middle. Passing the 61, the 48, everybody up there. Wow. Nine laps to go out in front. The 71. Hunter Battersby still leading the way. Jeff Peppers, Rob Willite right there. They're battling down the back. Peppers down to the inside. He went for a block but was not clear. Peppers, your new race leader. That definitely slowed that 71 down. Hernandez and Willite able to make the pass as well. Now Fisher up alongside that 71 machine. The battle is starting to pick up here up front. 4 wide, wow. Off of turn number 2. We see that, oh no, the 45 around. Trent Jones goes around. Caution flag is back out in the air. Caution flag number 14 here. Let's take a look. We're going to rewind it just a little bit from there. Jump up to this view. They were 3 wide, unfortunately. Some contact, the 12. Ty Stone making some contact with that 45 of Trent Jones, but hard into the inside wall goes that 45 machine. Oh boy. Definitely big damage to that left front there. We also see Daniel Lehman in the 10. Said he got involved in something. He's on pit road. What did he get involved in? Oh, he parked it in the 10. Okay. Copy that. 14th caution flag for the night. Go ahead, look at our championship top 5 and where they stand. Hauser, championship leader, coming into Michigan up to 20th. Fisher up in the top 5, up to 4th. Of course, we talked about Boyle unable to get power tonight when the race started, so he was unable to make the call here tonight. The 13 of Farmer, early issues back in 33rd. Josh Henderson had some issues as well early on. He's back up to 24th. A lot of moving around going on here. Let's take a look at our championship standings, seeing where those top 5 sit. Laban, Cannon, Jones, and Henning Jr. Peppers rounding out our top 10. At 21 of Peppers, currently out in front, having a pretty good run here tonight. Chat error there for Scott. Looks like it went through that time. Not quite sure. But looks like we're going back double file. Lights on the pace car about to go off. Here, we're going to go rack them and stack them back up. Stack them and rack them. I don't know, whatever way you say it. Looking out from that 21 of Jeffrey Peppers out in front of the field right now, our race leader. That Mountain Dew Code Red number 21 machine doing a real great job here tonight. And it hits inside that number 77, Thomas Hernandez. That Bubba Burgers, I think. That Bubba Burgers? No, there's a Bubba Burger. The only Bubba I know. I mean Bubba something else. Not sure. Netflix Bubba. Okay. Didn't know about that one. Sorry. We are about to go back green flag racing. That pace car about to dive down into pit lane. The 21 of Peppers. The 77 of Hernandez. Going to lead us back to green flag. Fisher, Willite, and Schwab, your top 5. As they make their way down to the restart zone. We are back. Green flag racing. Peppers in the 21. Pulling Fisher in that 16. Along that high side. The 77 jumping back up in line there. 4 laps to go. Definitely looking at a race for the race win here tonight. Peppers up front. Elijah Fisher looking for more. Looking for that 77 out on the outside. Pulling up to that back bumper of the 21. The caution. Another caution flag. Oh no. Caution flag. Back out once again. 15 here tonight. Take a look. Randy Wan, the 32, bringing out the caution across the nose of the 70 of Justin Greenlee. Looks like he may make some contact. That's some pace there. Oh, yeah, he does. Hard contact with the inside wall. Take a look back at that one more time. Fortunately, just moving down the racetrack. Again, that one kind of looked like net lag. Didn't even touch cars right there. I'm not sure there on that one, but the 32 getting the fate of that inside wall there. Unfortunately. Well, it looks like we're going green-white checkered, if I'm correct. Do believe we're going to have a green-white checker to finish this thing off. We do have one green-white checkered attempt, so let's take a look at what lap it is, because I do believe 88 and 90, we're going to go 89 this lap. Can't go double file till next lap. Yes, sir, we are going green-white checkered. And that is for sure. But let's go ahead last time, and I promise this time, till we go back green. Pace car going to bring the field back around pacing one more time, and then we'll double file it up and get a green-white checkered finish here tonight. Only one chance at it, so this is going to be it, folks. Stick around. Some green flag action to the checkered flag here with the Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series. Greg Thielsen here for Push to Edge Productions. We will be right back. Back at Michigan International Speedway here with the Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series, taking their 11th trip of the season, season number 3, race number 11 here at Michigan International Speedway. Gonna be another fun one here. We got a green-white checkered to finish this thing off. It's gonna be super exciting to see how this thing comes to a close. Taking a look at our top 10 before we go back green flag racing. Jeff Peppers in that 21. Gonna like that outside lane. Elijah Fisher in that 16. They're starting to his inside. Thomas Hernandez. Rob Willite. Carter Schwab. Ty Stone. Juan Cobbs Jr. Maxwell Tigner. Hunter Battersby. And Colton Ward. Gonna be your top 10 as we go back green. Pace lights out on the pace car. Down the back straightaway, these drivers go. Oh no! The 48 of Holloman coming around here under yellow. What just happened? The 61 involved in that? What just happened? Oh my gosh, let's take a look if we can see what happened here. I'm going to think they're going to delay that because that was a big incident. Oh boy, what was Holloman doing? Wow. I don't have words for that. I don't know what just happened there. Wow. They did, in fact, extend this caution. We're going to let some of those drivers, I think, go get some work done. That was not the plan. About to go back green in the 48. I'm not sure what that issue was. He jumped back to pit lane as well. Could have been a wheel disconnection issue or something, because that looked very, very strange. But want to thank you guys, everybody here watching the live stream. Thank you for checking us out. I appreciate you guys so much. Greg Thielsen up in the booth for Push to Edge Productions, bringing you all the action here at the Inspired Racing League. Taking a little bit of look forward this week. We got Hot Fuel Short Track Series with New Smyrna Tour Mods tomorrow. Wednesday we head to Pocono with the Inspired Platinum Truck Series. And then Saturday we head to Daytona with the Thunder Series. So it's a full week of racing. A lot of good racing coming up this week. Make sure you stick around and check it out here on the Inspired iRacing League YouTube and over on the Push to Edge Productions YouTube. Make sure you go hit like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button here on this video. Go share the page. Go share the Push to Edge Productions page. Get the word out. But we are going back green flag for the last time. Our green-white checkered back out. Peppers out in front. Elijah Fisher, Hernandez, Willi, and Schwab. Your top 5. Already Matthew Scott in the 25 getting up in that wall. Excuse me, that was the 26 there of Maxwell Tigner. Coming to 1 to go. This is the battle for the win. 3 wide. Up front. Peppers through the middle. Elijah Fisher out on the outside. Hernandez on the inside in the 77. We are coming to the white flag. Peppers able to pull ahead out in front. The white flag is out here at Michigan. We will race to the checkered flag. The 21 on the outside. Fisher diving down to the bottom. He gets that race lead from that 21. Slide job. Go with a big block to the 21. They're wrecking behind. The 30 almost coming upside down. Down into turn number 3. Elijah Fisher down all the way to the bottom. The 77 up on that high side. Peppers, not enough. Elijah Fisher coming to the line. They're still wrecking. Elijah Fisher wins in Michigan. Wow, what a finish. Oh my gosh. What a finish. Wow, oh wow. They are still wrecking, I think. Oh my Lord. What a race here at Michigan. I will tell you what. But the race winner, Elijah Fisher, coming home out top today. That number 16, a little bit of a tribute for Tow Truck Brian. The Detroit Lions out on the car here for Michigan. What a storybook moment. One of those drivers with a tribute here in his hometown, able to get it done. I was really rooting for that 16 or the 61 because both of those having the tribute. Just such a good feel-good story to end the night here at Michigan. Elijah Fisher bringing it home. What a great job there, buddy. Pulling up to that start-finish line. He's going to burn it down. That number 16 machine. What a great job here by all the drivers tonight. Pulling that thing down to the winner's circle there, the checkerboard. What a great race. Wow. Celebrating still that number 16, that Detroit Lions number 16. Of course, we know, not a Detroit Lions fan, but in memory of Tow Truck Brian. What a fitting celebration there. I think they're going to have some of those cars backing up along the wall in memory for him. Some of the guys that got to spend some time with them. Gonna do a little bit of a moment of silence here. We will be right back. Making our way, look at the results here. I'm not quite sure. I was talking for a while. I just realized my mic was muted, so I'm going to start that over. Great celebration by that 16 Elijah Fisher, coming home out on top with that Mad Falcon Motorsports number 16. Thomas Hernandez coming home second. Jeff Peppers in third. The 2 Mile Michigan International Speedway definitely putting on a race here tonight. A little bit overtime. 93 laps, our scheduled 90 laps. We got our green, white checkered here tonight. 7 green flag lead changes between 6 different leaders. Elijah Fisher, Jeff Peppers, Hunter Bartersby, Trent Jones, all leading laps out here tonight. Doing a great job at it as well. 15 cautions for 46 laps total. Ty Stone, the hard charger, up 30 spots. Great job for him. Jess Story and Caden Perkins, those other drivers getting some laps led out front. Jeff Peppers, the most laps led, coming home with a podium, and 35 of those laps led by that number 21 machine. Miguel Carrera with a 38.723, the fastest lap here tonight. And then starting off on pole, Jeff Peppers finding himself on the podium. So a good result for him, definitely. A great look at our finishing results here. Go ahead. We're going to jump to commercials. When we come back, Victory Lane with Elijah Fisher. We will be right back. All right, as we wait for that driver of the number 16, taking care of some business here really quick, we will be right back. We'll be in victory lane with Elijah Fisher here momentarily. Stick around. We have made our way over to victory lane. Unfortunately, not able to catch up with that 16 quite yet. I wasn't able to get that 77, but we got that driver, the pole sitter, Jeff Peppers, in that 21 machine, coming home on the podium here, P3 tonight. Tell me a little bit about your race there, Jeff.
Oh man, what can you say about this race? This race was a fun one to have, and I hope everybody watching tonight had a fun time watching it and enjoyed the product that was out there. But man, my race was it was up and down for the most part. Had a fast car all night. I tell you, it was a rocket ship, and I decided to come in there around lap 70 to take tires again and work my way back up. And I really believe that's what helped me get up to the front again. And, you know, that was fun racing there, that last restart between Elijah, Thomas, and I. And it was a bad move coming there off of 2. I gave Elijah a bump, and I lost my momentum on that one coming to the checker flag there. And I wanted to get to the inside of them and get a run back off of them going into 3, but I just misjudged that. And I pushed I could say I pushed Elijah to the win. So glad he won. I'm glad he won in that scheme and at Michigan. I know it means a lot to him and the league for a friend that they lost that they love so much. So glad to see him get there and get the win for tonight at Michigan.
Definitely a feel-good story of the night. I'll tell you what. Yeah, tow truck Brian, of course, passing away, unfortunately, a beloved member of the community, rocking it on the paint scheme here tonight. Elijah, the Detroit Lions, not a Detroit fan, make it clear, he's a Vikings fan, but for the memory of tow truck Brian, had those Lions out on the car there tonight. Very heartwarming, touching story. Really cool. Can't wait to talk to him about that. But Jeff, coming home on the podium, you were out front for quite a bit. You got that pole to start the race off. You started out front. You were in control for quite a bit. You were battling, I believe it was with, trying to remember, I think it was the 98, if I'm not mistaken, side by side there a little bit. And then Trent Jones kind of poked his head up there through the middle of the race. Tell me how that beginning went. You were trying to hold everybody off. You were doing a pretty good job at it. Was it a pit stop that put you behind, or what got you back there?
No, I believe honestly it was the way some of these cautions fell, and I believe it was Trent. he got me at the last scoring loop, and he took over the lead there. And then unfortunately, once I got into dirty air with those older tires that I had, I couldn't control the race that much, and I just got sent to the back a little bit. And then I decided to come in for fuel and get a fresh set of tires. And then I worked my way back up. But then I got into a little incident there with Jess Story, the 92, I believe, coming off 2, and I got a ELL for that. And then that's when I got the tires and came back through and did it again. But no, the car was, if you gave me clean air, it was a rocket ship. And once I got up to the front, it was really just watching the runs and making sure you got a good run off of 2 and 4.
Well, absolute great job tonight from that driver of the 21, that Mountain Dew Code Red machine there tonight, Jeff Peppers. Great job getting on the podium tonight, buddy. Congratulations. Who you got to thank before I let you get out of here?
I just want to thank my wife and kids for letting me do this as always, and Elijah and everybody at Inspired for getting together and having this community, and you too, Greg, at Push to Edge to broadcast us and get us up there so everybody can see.
I appreciate it there, buddy. Good time talking with you here, buddy. Look forward to next week. We head to Dover next week, so a little bit of short track racing. It's going to be interesting.
My bread and butter. I can't wait.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you there, buddy.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. We're going to go reverse order here tonight. We're going to grab that 77. Where'd it go? Grab him. Drag him up. Oh, won't let me drag him up. Why won't it not let me drag him up? Whoopsies. You up here. Sorry, I had to drag you through a few channels there, but the number 77, Thomas Hernandez, coming home P2 tonight. Tell me a little bit how that race went for you there, Thomas.
We played it a little slow at the start, and that ended up kind of working out for us a little bit there at the end. But, same thing that Jeff kind of did. We both kind of went down on lap 70 after I'd taken tires, no joke, 6 laps before that. But when I took those tires a little bit before that, I kind of flew up through the field like a rocket ship. And then I was all like, all right, I think I can go afford to take another set right now. And that just kind of stabilized us, be up there at the front towards the end. But it was a amazing race. It was good coming back off of like a little bit of a suspension. So,
well, great job to see you out there tonight. A podium finish. Definitely a great job. P2 at that. So coming to that line, that was almost 3 wide finish. That was a really, really exciting. Coming 1 lap to go. It was anybody's race. I'll tell you what. Down there on the bottom, though, you chose that bottom line, trying to get around those drivers. Is that what did you in? Just that momentum on that high side, or what you think?
I would have wanted that outside on that restart. That outside, it just seemed like if you had that outside on the restart and then you just drop down a little bit coming into 1 and 2, you had everybody cleared coming out of 2. So I didn't get where I wanted to start on that last restart, but yeah, we ended up making it 3 wide coming off of that turn, and Elijah was just able to stick it around that outside with how dominant it was tonight.
Definitely was able to keep it around the front there on that outside. The outside lane had a lot of momentum that built up, but I feel like every time I've come to Michigan and used that high lane, my tires just fall off so fast. So I tend to try to stick to that bottom lane myself. I actually Friday night got to drive on next gen 120 laps around here. So I know you guys is paying. Michigan, not my favorite racetrack. I don't know about you there, Thomas, but Michigan, not my favorite racetrack at all. That bottom line, it seemed like you just get a little bit of less speed. A mile an hour just being a little bit lower just preserves that tire just a little bit. Did you notice that there tonight, or what you got for that one?
To be honest, I felt the opposite. I'm usually a guy that just runs that bottom and saves for those big runs, but it felt like tonight, if you weren't up top, like it was weird. It felt like you were actually able to save some tire up top today and be able to stick into that draft coming out of the turns. So it was definitely a little bit of a weird race. That's why I kind of played it slow at first, and then I kind of figured that out quarter through the race, and I was just like, all right, I guess we're just gonna rip this top and go to the bottom when we have to.
Interesting. Okay, a little bit of a shakeup. I'm glad I asked that question because what I had thought was a little bit backwards on Friday when I ran this track. It was definitely the bottom is where you wanted to be. So really interesting. Probably a change in the cars. Different cars handle way differently, of course. iRacing does a great job at showing the differences car to car. But once again, congratulations, Thomas Hernandez, coming home P2 tonight. Who you got to thank before I let you get out of here, buddy?
I'll thank, you know, some of my fishing buddies, my parents, and all that stuff. I'll give Elijah a big thank you for letting me back into racing the A class at least, or series. I think it kind of benefited him in the end today because I gave him a nice little bump off that last restart. So hopefully we could just let the past be the past and get by everything.
Awesome. I love to see it. I look forward to seeing you at more of these, Thomas. Congratulations on that podium finish tonight, buddy. We'll see you next time.
All right.
All right. Unfortunately, our race winner had some things to take care of, that number 16, Elijah Fisher, but we got him back here in victory lane. Your race winner here at Michigan, Elijah Fisher. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Awesome job there tonight. Only one lap led, but guess what? The most important lap, that last lap. Tell me just how you got that done there at the end.
Oh, dude. I mean, it was just, I don't know. Somebody was on board with me tonight. And, I really think a lot of my planning and racing is paying off for when we're having these high caution races. I mean, people can say what they want about, it's not that hard to win a race that, keeps wrecking or etc. But, I was playing my cards right. I went to the back quite a bit, lifted, had respect for everybody, made sure to give extra room where it was needed, and it paid off, man. We got in position at the end of the race, and I knew what this car had. I just never showed it for anybody.
Wow, keeping a little bit left in that tank, not showing your cards there. I definitely agree with you. Taking your time, methodically working through the field, kind of letting one of these races where 15 cautions, that's quite a few cautions there in 90 laps. So just kind of taking your time, letting the drivers settle out before you even start making those moves late in the race. Put yourself in the position to come home tonight's race winner here at Michigan. Tell me a little bit. I want to touch on it. I know Brian Tow Truck was on the hood there tonight, his home track. You're representing him in a big way, a big heartfelt moment. Tell me a little bit about that there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, first things first, guys. I'm not a Lions fan. Yeah, we had to put it on for him. I can't even believe I'm saying it. I'm 2-0 when I've been in Lions cars, but when you race for somebody, it means a lot to get these ones, especially knowing the weight from it. And I don't even want to cry, but it means a lot. It really means a lot to do it for him. Yeah, it's just you got to carry things when you're racing, and I tell people a lot. It's oftentimes you find yourself in races when you're really racing with somebody on your mind or something. There's that extra 25 horsepower. And if there was one thing about Brian, I will say he was just. He loved his Michigan racetracks. He loved his Lions. He loved his Michigan sports teams, and I'm just happy to put our NFL banter onto my car and just do it for him. I said earlier today, it's you might not be a Lions fan, you might not be a fan of your buddy's team or anything, but they're family, and family comes first, and I'll do anything for family at the end of the day. So I'm happy to do it for him, and yeah.
Definitely something very, very awesome to see, excuse me. But that little extra 25 horsepower from Brian was definitely in that Ford Mustang there tonight, coming home with the race win, rocking the Detroit Lions here in Michigan. Just such a good story to end the night off. Kind of actually special to end it off here with you two, to bring that story, the last thing we kind of leave off with. That's something really special. I think that's kind of actually cool how that worked out. But tell me a little bit about the race itself, though. Kind of pulling through that field. How did you maintain that pace and kind of stay in the back? I know being in that back, the draft's so strong here at Michigan, it almost pulls you forward if you're back there.
Yeah, for sure. Just trying to put myself in the right positions. I think a lot of people often just, it's a race. We got to get to the front. We got to push. We got to get up front. We got to be in the lead. And it's just not always the case, because you can put yourself in some really vulnerable positions and get yourself turned, or, you get into the chaos, I like to call it. I did make a couple moves today that were pretty wild, but the thing is like I try to make that right judgment call of, is this going to work out for me? Is it not? And if it's just not looking ideal going into the corner, I don't want to throw my car onto the inside and put myself in those positions. So, I know some people will feel that I race aggressively. I race aggressively, but I try to make sure that the first thing is I'm not going to get wrecked off of it. You know what I mean? So, that was something that was really important for me to work on in my own racecraft. And I think if there is, anything I would tell people, it's just, I'm not even trying to brag here, but it's just one of them deals where, we have so many cautions, and it's like, if you just take a chill and remember lap 90 is the only important lap, and 94, whatever it was with the overtime, but it's the last lap. There's no need to be up front at lap 15 or lap 35. And it just felt like a lot of the field tonight was really, interested in being up there and wanting to dominate. And I feel happy and perfectly content just playing the right cards. And, that's, I'm sorry to say it, that's the way you got to do it. You got to just
how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think it was interesting to get through some of those wrecks. I did have to avoid a couple, I'm not gonna lie, but sucks for the guys that obviously had their races ended. But sometimes you can avoid them, but that's part of racing. I don't feel like I lucked into it. I had to earn it. Thomas gave me a really great push on the, just on the restart. He timed it so good and just hit me perfectly that I was able to side draft with Peppers. And I had a really interesting block off of 2. I think it was about with 2 to go, still coming off of turn 2. I was trying to slide up towards the wall, and on the previous restart, I actually overjudged it, and so I slid way up towards the wall, and they had the run on the inside. And that's just kind of the racer I am. I take notes of those little things, and I knew exactly where he was going to put his car. So when the 21 was trying to shoot back underneath me, I knew exactly where to be for that moment to happen, and was able to get the hit off the corner. And then we're just trying to break that draft and try to give him either dirty air and just try to not let him have the pole exactly. And we went into turn 3, and I was thinking to myself, hey, we're coming to the white flag. Like I was actually in the perfect position. You don't got to be in the lead. And so, I got the run off the top, and we cleared the 77, and I'm thinking, if I just get to the inside, I know exactly how this is going to play, because now Thomas has lost, the momentum. He's going to back up, and he's going to need draft to pull him. And so going into 1, we just kind of, overdrove the corner a little bit, got clear of the 21 again, and then I just figured, okay, Thomas is too far back now, and the rest of the pack is too far back. It's just me and the 21, and, just got to take the bottom into 3 and 4, and it's a pretty easy ride from there. But I have had my fair share of experiences at Michigan. I had a photo finish with Aaron and lost that one. Got beat by Aaron in the Gen 4 cars in the Thunder Series here. I think last season there was something, last lap kind of situation. I ended up wrecking, but I was leading, heading into 3. So, sometimes, like I said,
really
you gotta
nice to
reckon
come home with that win.
Yeah, exactly. Now that if I take the Lions paint scheme off, I probably
bad
won't get it now.
races that much better to come home with a win, especially meaning so much rocking a Lions paint scheme. I'm so happy with how tonight turned out, buddy. But before I let you get out of here, one more time, congratulations. And who do you got to thank here coming home race winner here at Michigan?
Well, I got to thank God, of course. He's good. I would tell everybody, turn your way to him. It's been some good things happening for me lately when I just focus on Bible and put my time in with him and putting less time into thinking about how to race people. I got to thank family, of course, mom for watching. I don't know if my sister's watching or not, but shout out to them, of course. My mom always having my back and supporting me in this. And got to thank the teammates, of course. Rob, we had oh man, I feel so bad for him. We had a great strategy for how we could maybe pick apart the 21 and 77, and I just hate that his race ended the way it did, but he was doing really awesome. Joseph Maddox and I, of course, were working really good. Ty Stone was on a little different setup. It was around him, but he did a great job getting the finish. Of course, Travis unfortunately got taken out earlier, but of course I got to give credit to Matt Siders. I know he wasn't here, but he's always a big supporter in our team, and I just really appreciate the team that we put together. Shout out Mike Hauser, of course, for always racing me clean. The rest of the other guys that do race me clean, I can't name them all, but there's a few of you guys I have a mad respect for, and I appreciate those guys and racing them every week for sure. So I guess I can only win at Denny Hamlin track, so somebody else said that in the Discord server, and I guess it's right. We got Vegas and Michigan, so...
Hey, we'll
when's
take
Nashville?
It. Win
When's
we
Broken
get,
Bow?
right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, Elijah Fisher, that number 16, coming home, your race winner in that Detroit Lions wrap there for Tow Truck Brian. What a great storyline to end the night. Congratulations, buddy. I look forward to seeing you over at Dover next week here with the Cup Series. And then Platinum Truck Series going to Pocono here Wednesday.
Hey,
what you got for this
Hey,
week?
I hear a pattern. Those are Denny Hamlin tracks.
They sure sound like it. Let's see if we can go 1, 2, 2 in a row with that number 16 machine.
Maybe.
All right. Well, great talking with you, Elijah. Congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you next week, pal.
Thank you, sir.
And what a great night of racing it has been. Let's go ahead. Look at that race results here one more time before we get out of here. Elijah Fisher in that 16 coming home, your race winner. Again, with that Detroit Lions paint scheme. Not a Detroit Lions fan, a Vikings fan, very much so. But in honor of Tow Truck Brian, rocking that scheme here in his home track, Michigan International Speedway. Such a great storyline. I absolutely love it. That was just so awesome. Thomas Hernandez coming home in second. Jeff Peppers rounding out our podium there. Ty Stone and Matthew Scott rounding out our top 5. Matthew Tigner, Levi Ramsey, Ty Wilson, Justin Greenlee, Bobby Hadaway rounding out our top 10 there. Here at the 2 Mile Michigan International Speedway, 93 laps total distance. Our scheduled 90 laps. We got that green, white checkered there at the end. 7 green flag lead changes between 6 different leaders. 15 caution flags over 46 laps. Quite a lot of cautions. Almost half the race of cautions tonight. Fortunate, kind of. A lot of avoidable wrecks, but hopefully these drivers learn a lesson, learn a little bit of a something here tonight. Ty Stone, the hard charger, up 30 spots, finishing 4th, starting back in 34th. Definitely a great run for him. Jeff Peppers led the most laps, 35 here tonight. Miguel Carrera with the fastest lap here tonight, 38.723. And then Jeff Peppers, the pole position, coming home on that podium in 3rd. It was an amazing race here from Michigan. I hope you guys had a great Monday night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Teresa. I see Emma made it in there. Thank you. Stopping by. Mr. NASCAR 426, Menards Bros, Pokey Hamster, Toothless TTV, Bradford Patterson. Thank you for stopping by there, buddy. Scott Harvick to win. Thank you, buddy, stopping by. Peyton Boyle was out in the chat quite a bit. I saw him as well. I also saw Menard Bros stop by. Thank you, buddy. YC Seth stopped by out in the chat. Thank you, pal. I appreciate it very, very much. I think I also saw Macy Broad stopping by as well. Crispy Lou Racing stopped by. Zipper 9347. Thank you, buddy. A lot of drivers stopping by. Jason Williams stopping by as well. Caitlin getting a vote out there for that number 8 Push Ed Sim Sports Scooter Perfettio. Fortunately, not the way we wanted it to go for him. Cobbs Racing, thank you for stopping by as well. Just thank you. Anybody who stopped by. Cody Jacobs, Trent Plays, thank you guys all for stopping by, saying hello. I appreciate it so much. But for Greg Thielsen up in the booth, it was a great night here in Michigan. Greg Thielsen for Push to Edge Productions. Want to give a big thank you. Inspired Marketing LLC, W Energy, Mad Performance Paints. Did anybody pick Elijah Fisher to win, though? Did we get a winner in the Mad Performance Paints giveaway? Check it out there in the chat. Did somebody get that pick for the number 16 before we get out of here? Want to check on that. It looks like I see Teresa did pick Elijah, is what Caitlin is saying. So did Teresa come home the winner tonight? Teresa did, but doesn't count. Copy that. Oh, well, a great pick there, Teresa. Great job. Well, for Greg Thielsen, Push to Edge Productions, here Inspired Racing League, the Inspired Cup Series from Michigan. What a night. I hope you guys all had a great Monday. But until next time, push the edge and find the limit.